Hello my friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And what I have for you today is a haul video, but this is no ordinary haul. I have not done one of these in months, so this is probably going to end up being at least 2 parts, and we're just going to see how far we get today, and then I'll add the part 2 later on down the week. So I'm just going to get right into it with my first one. I have a few TV series that I picked up. Best Buy had such a great deal on this one. I had been looking at it for a while, but I finally went for it because they priced it so low I couldn't say no. It's the complete series of Gotham. And from what I hear, this is a different take on the DC universe, so I am really looking forward to checking this one out. If you've seen it, just let me know in the comments if you liked it or not, because I'm pretty excited to get into that one. Now this next one, I have to turn these around. This next one, shout out to my friend Turi over at T-Money86 because he actually mentioned this in his haul, which is the reason I picked it up. It's an HBO original series, and it's based on the best-selling novel from Stephen King called The Outsider, and it is called The Outsider. And pretty much what this is we have the grisly murder of an 11 or 12-year-old boy, and the police believe, based on the DNA evidence and different things they find at the crime scene, that they know who their person is, and they make an arrest. And of course, it's Stephen King, so nothing is what it seems. It's non-linear, there are time jumps, but it is so good. It's 10 one-hour episodes, and I watched this over 3 nights. So if you like Stephen King and you like the whole Stephen King universe thing, I would say definitely check out The Outsider. It is a good one. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. Staying with Stephen King, I've actually seen season 1 of this, but this is season 2, and this is also a Stephen King universe. It is season 2 of Castle Rock. Now, season 1 centered around Shawshank Prison, and that was a story in its own. I loved season 1. I thought it was great. And season 2, apparently what I've been told is that the seasons are not related. Like, they start a whole new story in season 2. So season 2 centers around Annie Wilkes, who was Kathy Bates' character in Misery. So I'm really excited to see where they go with this one, and I'm looking forward to watching it and giving you guys more thoughts on it. But Castle Rock's a lot of fun. Season 1 was great. And this next one, I'm so excited to have this because this might just be my favorite comedic series of all time. I don't know. Maybe that'll change, but that's what I'm sticking with today. This is the 9th and 10th season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. We have season 9 and season 10. This stars Larry David, who, if you don't know, was a co-creator of Seinfeld, and Larry is just so funny, and this is his series, and they have such a great web of characters, and there's a lot of improvisation that goes on in this, so the conversations feel so natural. It is so funny. It is politically incorrect. It is raunchy. It's cringeworthy. It is everything you would want from a comedic series. It is just so much fun. And I just love the situations that Larry gets himself into. It's like every time he opens his mouth, he puts his foot in his mouth, or he offends everyone. And I can tell you that this is my go-to. If I am ever in a bad head or I just want to check out for a little while, all I have to do is grab one of these seasons, put any episode in, and I'm instantly in a better mood. So if you haven't seen Curb Your Enthusiasm yet, do yourself a favor and check it out. Just even watch one episode and you'll be hooked. That's what happened to me years ago. I watched one episode and that was it. Landslide. Now this next one, this is a DVD. It was sent over to me as a gift from my friend Cinema Dave over at Cinema Dave Media. If you don't know Dave, I'm going to link him down in the description. Go over, give him a sub, tell him hello. He has a really nice channel. He has great film knowledge. He makes great recommendations, and I actually did a live stream with him over on his channel last Sunday, so that's up on his channel. You can check out what we chatted about, a lot of Halloween talk and fall talk, so it was really nice to sit down and talk with Dave, and I hope to have him as a guest over on our channel here. But he sent this over to me because he knows I am a big fan of the Criterion documentary Crumb, based on the life of the illustrator Robert Crumb. It is Spy Number 533 for the Criterion friends here. And this one stars Paul Giamatti. It's called American Splendor. And he plays the part of Harvey Pekar, who is also, he is a comic book illustrator. And I guess there's a tie-in because he did some work with Robert Crumb. So Dave said it's a great double bill, and he thought I would really enjoy this one. I haven't watched it yet. I know nothing about it other than the tie-in to Crumb, and that he's also an artist. And I'm really looking forward to checking this out and giving you guys more thoughts on it. It just says on the back, this one is plain brilliant. That's Roger Ebert. And you know, Roger Ebert, he was right on the money. It also says it's one of the best times you'll have at the movies all year. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And thank you so much to Cinema Dave for sending this over. Always appreciated. Now, let's go. This next one, this is such a sleeper, this movie, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I watch some people that do the shopping videos, the DVD, Blu-ray, dollar store, all those hunts. And every person I see who sees this movie, they either say they never heard of it or they just kind of pass it by. It stars Steve Carell, which for me, right there, that got my attention. It's called Irresistible. Now look at this cover. That is not helping the cause at all. Whoever designed this cover art should be fired because it's terrible. It does nothing to draw you in. This is actually written and directed by Jon Stewart, who, if you know him, he's very smart and he's very funny, and I love the way, you know, I love his comedic twist on things. And this is a political satire. Steve Carell plays a political person down in Washington, D.C. One of his people brings him a video that has gone viral, and it's of a town meeting in the Midwest, and this man is making a passionate plea to the board for something. I'm not sure. I don't remember what. But he is so taken by him that he goes and he wants to talk to him about doing a run for mayor. And it becomes this whole political satire, and this feels so relevant and so perfect for the climate that we're in today. Now, I am not a political person. I don't care what side of the aisle on. Everyone's welcome here. We're not here to talk politics. We're here to talk movies. But this it's just so refreshing and so relevant, and it shows you things, and it touches on points that we hear about in the news and we hear about every day. And it's just a home run. It was so, so good. And this, like I said, it is a sleeper. I don't hear anybody talking about it. But do yourself a favor, stream it, rent it, buy it, just see it, because it's so, so good. If for nothing else, for Steve Carell's performance, it is excellent. So I think you'll really enjoy that one. And this next one, not a sleeper. This one I think has been pretty well received. It's Pete Davidson in The King of Staten Island, the new Judd Apatow movie, or latest Judd Apatow movie, who I have to say, I think this is now my favorite out of all his movies. But this movie, I didn't know any. Here's my ignorance. This is my confession for today. I didn't know anything about Pete Davidson going into this movie. I went in totally blind. I watched a little bit of the trailer and that's it. I don't have cable. I don't keep up with a lot of Saturday Night Live or comedians or anything like that. So I didn't know anything about Pete Davidson, or that there's a whole group of people who really don't like him for whatever reasons, some things he said or done, whatnot. But he really did an amazing job. He gave a great performance, and I know this is semi-autobiographical, but he gave a great performance. It tackles everything from mental illness to emotional problems to trying to find himself, and he's just annoying to everybody, including himself, and he knows he's a problem, and he knows that he needs to grow up and take responsibility for his life, but he just can't seem to get out of his own way. And he's also dealing with the loss of his father. His father was a firefighter, and he lost him when he was about 7 years old. And in the movie, they say, I guess it was a hotel fire, but I guess in real life, he actually lost his father in 9/11. He was a firefighter in 9/11. So that's where the autobiographical stuff comes in. But really, really good. It was, I would say it was equally funny and sad. So really, really good all around. Great writing, great performance, and I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed this one a lot. I can't wait to watch it again. I actually rented it when it came out. I did the streaming, and I really enjoyed it. This next one, I'm going to call it the little movie that could, because this has come such a long way for such a long time to get a proper restoration that it is so deserving of. This is a Warner Archive, and it is called The Mystery of the Wax Museum, and it is from 1933. And if you are a fan of old Hollywood or old horror, you're really going to enjoy this one. And I just want to read a blurb on the back so I can give you an idea of what this film has gone through to finally get to the point where it is presentable for us to watch, because it's pretty amazing. It says, the mystery of the Wax Museum was considered a lost film for decades until a well-worn print was discovered nearly 50 years ago. Thanks to the meticulous new restoration presented on this disc, the film can now be experienced as it was intended. Excellent, excellent restoration. They did such a beautiful job, and this is so deserving. And I just love the whole Warner Archives line. I love the old Hollywood movies, but this one takes place in a wax museum, obviously. And we have a situation where bodies are going missing from the local morgue. They make an arrest because they think they know who stole, they think a guy stole his own wife's body because her body is now missing. And a reporter, we have a lady reporter who goes on the case because she wants to find out if he's guilty or if there's something sinister going on. And we have the guy who runs the Wax Museum, who he has a little bit of a past, and I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to ruin it. But this was such a good time. It was so good from beginning to end. And if you like these kind of things, I would highly, highly recommend this one. I loved it. And here's a little fun fact that I don't think I've confessed here yet. I have a terrible fear of wax museums. I can't stand them. I can't look at them. I can't go in them. I don't want to be anywhere around it. I don't think they're cool. I don't think they're neat. For those of you who love them, good on you, but I'm not going with you. So this one really struck a chord with me, but I highly, highly recommend it. Check out The Mystery of the Wax Museum. It is well worth the pickup. And this next one, this was one that was missing from my my film collection here, and I had to make that right. And it stars Chadwick Boseman, may he rest in peace. It is Get On Up, the James Brown story, and it's a biopic. Chadwick Boseman plays James Brown, and this is a biopic about James Brown and his life. And this I thought was great, and my friend Jay over at Absolute Sublime One, he told me that this is his favorite Chadwick Boseman performance, and after seeing it, I have to agree. He was fantastic as James Brown. And if you haven't seen this and you like music biopics, I would highly suggest checking this one out. It's definitely worth adding to your collection. It's definitely one that's a buy. And this next one, another shout out to my friend Andre over at Instagram. He recommended this one. It is called Zombie for Sale, and I'll show you the cover because it's great. It's a very nice, colorful slip, and it has this, I believe, yeah, same artwork. There's probably reversible artwork, but I haven't switched around yet. This is an Arrow release. This is available right now on Hamilton Book. I looked before I started the video. It's not that much of a discount, but it's discounted a little bit, so if you want to pick it up, that's where you can pick it up. And this is a Korean film with English subtitles, but it is, again, it's not so heavy that you can't enjoy the film. If you can watch films like Parasite, Train to Busan, you'll be fine with this. This is a dark comedy zombie movie. It is so, so good. You basically have a pharmaceutical company, and I guess they're doing some experimentation with some different, I think it's a diabetic drug, and it goes wrong, and you know, you have the zombies coming out. And we have this one fella here who ends up, he ends up at a family, at a gas station that's run by this family, and the family's crazy. So he gets in with the family, and they start using him for a money-making venture. And that's all I'm going to say about this. But it's good, it's funny, it's a different take on the zombie genre because it very much needs a refresh, but this is definitely a refreshing one. I really, really like this. So if you're looking for a good zombie movie, check out Zombie for Sale. But yeah, he hooks up with the family from the gas station, and they are just crazy. So the family alone helped make the movie. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Now, I know there's a lot of Lucio Fulci films running around getting new 4K restorations from Blue Underground, but I had 3 of them, the New York Ripper, Maniac, and what's the other one? It's, my mind's blanking. Anyway, this was the one Blue Underground movie that I did not own at all. I didn't have the Blu-ray, so I just went for the 4K. It is Lucio Fulci's The House by the Cemetery, and here is the cover. Now, because I didn't have it on Blu-ray, I can't compare the Blu-ray to the 4K because I will show you quickly here. If you decide to buy this, just know this in advance. It does have nice disc art on both. Now, there is a Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray does not have the movie on it. It's just special features. The movie is on the 4K disc, so some people buy the 4Ks because they want a future-proof, but if you don't have 4K capability, you're not going to be able to watch this because there's no movie on the Blu-ray disc. It's just all special features. But you know what? I don't know how the Blu-ray looked, but I thought the 4K looked good. I mean, it's an older film. It looked good. Like I said, I have nothing to compare it to. I had no complaints. I thought it looked really good. I don't think it looked great. You know, maybe that's an unpopular opinion. I know Zombie. Some people said Zombie looked fantastic. I haven't seen Zombie on 4K yet, so I don't know. But I don't know. This one looked good. I thought it looked good. It's basically a young family moves from their cramped New York City apartment to a spacious new home in New England, but this is no ordinary house in the country. The previous owner was the deranged Dr. Freudstein, whose monstrous human experiments have left a legacy of bloody mayhem. So when they get there, it's pretty much a haunted house story, if you will, for lack of a better synopsis. But yeah, if you like Fulci and you're into this thing, I would say this is definitely worth a pickup. It was good. I enjoyed the movie, but yeah, definitely check it out. And this next one was recommended to me by, we know him and we love him, my friend Nathan Jones. This is The Mummy, starring Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee. And this is the Mummy. Now you have to make sure you get the right Mummy. This is the Mummy from 1959. And what sold me on this one, because I have so many Mummy movies, but what sold me on this one is when Nathan said that the best part of this is that the Mummy is just completely gross and disgusting. And he is completely gross and disgusting. I think, hopefully you can see that on the back in the upper corner there. But yeah, The Mummy is so gross, and it's a really good Mummy movie, and you know, why not? Who doesn't need more Mummy movies around we're going into fall, so we're all getting ready for Halloween. But yeah, definitely if you're looking for one to add to your collection, I would highly recommend this one. Good story too. I thought everything about it was good. It wasn't one of those real cheesy ones. I thought it was a good one. And this next one, I heard about this from my friend Rick over at Down to Movie. It's called Kid Cannabis. Everyone Wants to be a Kingpin. And this is from 2014, and it is the true story of Nate Norman. He is a teenage guy whose family is having money troubles, and he and his friend decide they smoke some pot from a local guy who's selling it, and it supposedly is the best pot anybody's ever had, and they find out that it is coming from Canada, so they decide to walk. I guess they live close enough to walk over the border into Canada and bring this pot back, because supposedly it's the best pot around. And this is about their rise and, you know, what they did and what happened to them. And like I said, based on true events, so I don't really want to get into it. I don't want to give anything away. I went in totally blind. That's all I knew about it, and I enjoyed it. There were a few parts that I would have liked to have seen a little bit more detail, maybe a little bit more descriptive, but overall I thought it was really well done. I would say I'd give like a 3.5 out of 5, but Kid Cannabis is definitely worth a look if you like movies based on true events. And it's funny how they're going, and they go over the Canadian border, and then they have to figure out how to walk it back in the woods, through the woods, to get back into the country, back into America. Pretty rough stuff. But this one, I was late to the party. I'm late to the party on this one, so I'm banking on maybe some of you guys haven't seen this either. This is actually a Scream Factory title, but I got it on Amazon. It is called 7852, Hitchcock Shower Scene. 78 shots and 52 cuts that changed cinema forever. And this is a documentary just on the shower scene in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. And I grabbed this because I thought it would be pretty relevant, because we have the new uncut 4K edition of Psycho coming out, along with the Alfred Hitchcock collection with the 4 movies in that. So I thought this would be a good pairing with that, and I really, really enjoyed this. I'm a big fan of documentaries, as you know, and I really enjoyed how they broke down the scene and they showed everything that went into this iconic scene that we've seen. If you've seen Psycho, you know it. Even if you haven't seen Psycho, you know the shower scene. Everybody knows the shower scene. And it features some commentary from Jamie Lee Curtis, Guillermo del Toro, Peter Bogdanovich, Danny Elfman, Nick Garris, Neil Marshall, Elijah Wood, and Oz Perkins. But really, really good. And if you're interested in finding out more of the technical aspects and things like that, I think you'll really, really enjoy this. And like I said, it's a really good pairing with the movie. So definitely a good one. Now this next one, I have not seen this, but it comes highly recommended from my friend Bethany over at the Movie Buff Pains. If you haven't checked out their channel yet, go over, say hello, give them a sub. I'll link them in the description as well. It is called The Skin I Live In. It stars Antonio Banderas, and here it is. I think this is from, yeah, it's from 2011, so I'm sure some of you have seen it. I've seen the cover, I just had never seen the movie, and Bethany was talking about it and said how much she loved it, so of course I immediately went out and bought it. And it's, I guess Antonio Banderas plays a plastic surgeon, and I don't know, it sounds like things go wrong. He has his latest guinea pig is a mysterious captive whose true identity masks a shocking mystery. So I'm going to watch this and I will give you more thoughts on it after I do. And thank you, Bethany, for that recommendation. Now this is one that I have seen, but I haven't seen it in a long time. I haven't seen this one in years, but it's a new 4K release. I hear nothing but great things. It is Vin Diesel in Pitch Black. And this is the new cover art. And this is a sci-fi, it's a sci-fi thriller type of thing if you haven't seen it. Like I said, I haven't seen it in years, so I'm really looking forward to revisiting it, and I can't wait to see what they've done with the transfer, but I hear really great things. And this is another one. It comes with a booklet. There's no, I don't think there's reversible art. There's no interior art, but is there reversible art? Yes, there is reversible art, but there's no interior art. So you have disc art and you have the book. But this is another one. If you don't have 4K capabilities, there is no Blu-ray disc. So all you're getting is you're only getting a 4K disc. So if you don't have 4K capabilities, you might want to hold off on this one. And I know this was going for upwards of like $35 on some sites, but I got it on Amazon for $19.99. And it may be on Hamilton Book, I'm not sure, but definitely Amazon $19.99. And it comes with a nice book. It has some nice some stills, and it has a nice shot of Vin Diesel on the back and the artwork on the front. But I always love when they come with the booklet and whatnot. But as soon as I give this a watch and see how the transfer looks, and I'm sure it's going to look great because I've heard nothing but great things about this transfer. And the movie's fun, so I'll let you know what I think of the transfer after I watch it. I'll move these out of the way. Now this next one, I just picked this one up. I have heard of it for years, but I have never seen it. It is a silent film from, let's see, 1928. It is called The Man Who Laughs. And look at the cover, and who do you think that inspired? This is the silent movie and the character who inspired Batman's The Joker. So I am really looking forward to watching this one. And I do enjoy silent films. I don't know if all of you do, but it's something that it took me a little bit of time to get used to. But now that I've watched a few, I really do enjoy the silent films because I feel like you have to stay focused and you have to stay in the moment. And I really enjoy films like that where you can't drift. So this one, and I love the Joker character because he's just such a dark character and we've seen so many different portrayals. I'm really looking forward to this. It almost feels like an origin story to me when I think about it. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and I'm looking forward to giving you guys some of my thoughts on it when I watch it. But this is a really nice release. It is from Flickr Alley. I've gotten a couple from them, and they're nice. It comes, again, it's another one. It comes with a nice book. I like the back here. It's like almost like a movie poster on the back, and it has a cast. It has some pictures from the movie. So yeah, it's a nice release, and it looks like it has reversible art. It has a just plain disc, purple, and then it has black and purple, and then it has purple and black, and then black and purple. And it does have reversible artwork, so if you wanted to swing the artwork around, you can do that. But I like the cover as is, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. But after I watch this, I will I will give you guys my thoughts on it. But that is The Man Who Laughs, and I heard some people talking about this, and everybody really liked it. So I have also jumped on the bandwagon with the Paramount Presents line. I know they're doing some restorations on some movies. I've only grabbed 4. I grabbed number 8. It is Ghost with Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, and Whoopi Goldberg. You have the cover art there. They come in a clear case, which is nice. Everybody likes the clear cases. And the cool thing about these are they have like a gatefold. They open like a gatefold with the poster art, the original poster art inside. So I heard these transfers look really good. I haven't watched them yet, but it has some special features, some commentary, theatrical trailers, nothing crazy, but it's nice that they're giving these a refresh. I also got this one. It's just silly fun, but I had to have it. It is number 7, Airplane. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love Airplane, right? It's another one. You want to turn your brain off and just laugh. It's just silly fun. And then again, you have the gatefold poster art. Let's see if hopefully you can see that. And I grabbed number 6, Pretty in Pink. I love this one. It's so much fun. I heard a couple people say that they wish it had come in a pink case like the Mean Girls one did, and I think they're right. It should have come in a pink case. And then you have the gatefold art, so pretty close to the artwork they chose, but you have the poster art there. And then this one I owned on DVD. I didn't even have a Blu-ray of it. I don't know why, but this was the first one they put out. Fatal Attraction. I mean, come on. Fatal Attraction is a must-have. Glenn Close is nuts in this one. Gotta love her. And then that is the gatefold artwork. Okay, I'm going to check the time. Going to grab some more movies, and we're going to wrap this one up. Okay, my friends, I'm back, and I checked the time. That first segment ran a little bit longer than I had hoped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here, and I will pick up with part 2 at some time during the week. I also just got in the new 4K copy of Full Metal Jacket that comes out on the 22nd of September. So I want to get a review of that up for you guys before the release date so you can decide if it's worth a pickup or not. And in the next segment, I have some Scream Factory, some box sets, a whole bunch of different things that I still have to go over in my pickup. So it's better to just put it off. But I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you found a few films that you want to add to your collection, or at least give a look, maybe stream it or rent it. But again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me some comments, recommendations, suggestions. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you know when I upload videos. And that's going to do it for me because, as always, I'm starving. I'm always hungry when I do this. So I'm going to catch you in the next one. And for now, that's a wrap.